Hello everyone, this is Pooka, and I am bringing you something a little bit different this time around. We're in kind of a lull in the TCG season right now. Regionals just ended. There's going to be a new set coming out soon, so I figured let's try something else. And what I'm trying here is called Pokémon Showdown. If you haven't heard of it, it's a free online simulator for the video game where you can just kind of make your own teams. It's all free, you can just play against other people online. It's really cool. And I'm just trying it out here. And what I did here was play a couple random battles, which is basically you just click the button and it gives you a team of 6 random Pokemon that are kind of evenly leveled. If you have like a really weak Pokemon, like a Pidgey, then it's going to be at like level 99. Whereas if you go up against like a, I don't know, like a Mewtwo, it's going to be like level 70 or something like that. So it's pretty cool, it's a lot of fun. And I had some interesting games or some cool stuff that happened. I don't know. I haven't played the video game in a long time, so I figured I'd try it out. And yeah, that's it. So we are going to take a look right now and see how they went. So this first one, for some reason, I'm actually on the other side. I don't know why. But I'm going up with a Smoochum against this Tropius. I figured he would switch out because, it's 4 times weak to ice. But I ended up not having an ice move, so I had to switch into my Swoobat, one of Drew's favorite Pokemon, Swoobat, and we're going to go ahead and use Calm Mind, which of course raises your special attack and special defense. Now my opponent has a Meloetta doing the same thing, except Swoobat has that simple ability, which doubles all your stat changes. So mine is effectively going at twice the rate, and you can see, 3 Calm Minds later, I am at 4 times special attack, 4 times special defense, I am maxed out. And we might see my Swoobat just kind of sweep through my opponent. I don't have too much powerful stuff on in Swoobat's arsenal, but we have Air Slash and Psychic. So the Air Slash is going to slowly chip away at this Meloetta, who actually can't really hurt me too much now that I have maxed out special defense. So Swoobat has taken down the legendary Meloetta. Kind of interesting to see. And now I have this fully powered Swoobat. And then a Nidoran comes out, so I'm like, oh, he's going to use Sucker Punch. That's the only thing that makes sense. So I decide to throw him a curveball. I use Roost and heal up. Heals half your health. And then I just went for an attack, got a Psychic, knocked out the Nidoran. And what's going on here? Swoobat is just plowing through things. That Archon just went down, and he might not have anything left. And my opponent just leaves. Swoobat gets the victory here. Just a clean sweep with a Swoobat. So that is the first match I have for you. We're going to have some other ones that are a little closer, don't worry. Better than that one, but that one I thought was funny. Just Swoobat Calm Minds 3 times and then sweeps through somebody. I've never seen that before. But next up, we got a different battle. I'm going to lead off with an Unknown. Of course, your starters are random, so you don't really know what you're going to start off with. Unknown, of course, can only learn Hidden Power. But I really didn't have anything that could switch into Magnezone, so I decided to just kind of let Unknown eat it, since it's really not going to be very useful throughout the game. All it has is Hidden Power, a Psychic attack, so I just sit there and Hidden Power until I die. Magnezone uses Magnet Rise and then knocks me out with a Thunderbolt, but I can send in Growlithe. He's weak to fire, so I can Flare Blitz him. I think I'll just switch out, but I'll at least get a good hit in on somebody. But it's a Solrock, so poor Growlithe is going to have to switch out into something. I head into my Quillfish, and then I immediately realized this probably was not a very good idea, as my opponent uses Zen Headbutt. Solrock, of course, is part Psychic, so that was a big oops moment. I figured with Intimidate I'd be fine, but weak to Psychic, so didn't work out so well. So I switched to Fion instead. Another Water type on my team, get a Rain Dance going, and then Solrock explodes! But I believe Explosion is a lot weaker in this generation, so it actually does not end up knocking me out. But Fion does get knocked out by that Grovyle. But here we go, here's my star. Kyurem coming out here, level 76 versus a level 90. Doesn't even matter. Kyurem is just that much stronger than a Grovyle. So now my opponent has to find a way to deal with it, and oh wow, a Giratina, the Origin form comes out. But I'm kind of scared. I figure if he's sending out Giratina, he's got to have something up his sleeve, right? So I'm just going to switch out the Kyurem for Flaffy. I figure as long as Kyurem stays alive against this Giratina, I should be able to just kind of sweep the rest of the game. Flaffy does have Hidden Power Ice, so Giratina is weak to Ice. It is part Dragon, so we're going to use Hidden Power and try to chip away at this Giratina. He did burn me with Will-O-Wisp, so it's kind of annoying, but I think this is a battle I'll end up winning, and I'm very happy with this, just chipping away at the damage, chipping away at the health on Giratina. And it turns out he really doesn't have any real attacks. Uses a Dragon Tail to push me out, but it gets paralyzed in the process by Flaffy's Static. So I send out Quillfish, and again, I figure as long as just Kyurem can go the distance, or as long as Kyurem is going to be at full health, and I can kind of weaken this other stuff, it should be able to just sweep through everything and just kind of finish the game. So I'm not exactly trying to knock out these other Pokemon, I'm just trying to set up entry hazards with spikes. You know, I use Thunder Wave to paralyze the Dustox. And yeah, I don't know what his last Pokemon is, but I just gotta hope Kyurem can knock it out, because I can definitely knock out the other three. Dustox is easy, Giratina is easy, Magnezone I have Earth Power. So I have everything covered here. So here comes Kyurem, and I'm gonna Ice Beam, knock out the Dustox. And this is kind of the lame part about random battles. You can just kind of get a really good Pokemon and win based on that, and that's kind of what happened here. So I'm going to take out the Dustox, and then the Magnezone, and then what does he have left? Sends out a Natu. Not too scary, that's for sure. So we're going to go ahead with an Ice Beam, knock that out, and then all he has left is Giratina, which has been crippled already by the paralysis. And there we go, there's an Ice Beam, and Kyurem. What do you know? I just kept it alive, and we lived all the way to the end, and I don't know what else to say. Kyurem is pretty good. Now this next battle is going to be a little bit different. Gonna start off with good old Pidgey against, oh my god, a Genesect. Not the greatest thing to see, but Pidgey's got a little trick up its sleeve. It survives with the Focus Sash, and then Heat Wave. Goodbye, Genesect. Pidgey takes it down. But then Salamence comes out, and there's really nothing I can switch into that'll take a hit against Salamence. So, you know, I just kind of leave Pidgey out there to die. It does get that Moxie attack boost for knocking me out, but Arcan comes out and gets a Head Smash, takes down Salamence. That was a big moment there, taking down a Genesect and a Salamence, his first two Pokemon. And now I'm thinking, alright, he can't have too many superpower Pokemon anymore, can he? Ghastly does take down my Solrock with the Giga Drain. I figure it's Choice Specs at that point, since he did so much damage, knocked out my my Solrock in one hit. I sent out Heatmore to Sucker Punch him, but he switches out, and then we have a Fire Blast, just knocks out the Shuppet. And at this point, I realize I need to save this Heatmore. Because a Ghastly is Choice Spect, I need to be able to Sucker Punch it at some point. So I'm going to switch into Lady Ba, save Heatmore for the end. We're going to try to wear down this Machoke. He does Dynamic Punch the Lady Ba, and then gets me with an Ice Punch, but it's taking damage from its Life Orb. So really here I need Solosis to be a champion and knock out this Machoke. He hits me with a Dynamic Punch. I'm confused, but I hit through anyway. Solosis takes down Machoke, and now Ghastly comes out, but I don't really care too much. He uses Sludge Bomb again. He's got the Choice Specs. So I sent out Heatmore, but I know he's probably going to switch out because I used Sucker Punch before, and I just go ahead and use Fire Blast, and it pays off. I Fire Blast the Bulbasaur when it switches in, and then Ghastly comes back out. He's got to attack me, he's got Choice Specs, and I just Sucker Punch, and that's it. Heatmore takes the victory, and that was a very scary battle. He started off with a Genesect, and then a Salamence, and then that Ghastly knocked out my Solrock, but with some smart moves here and there, Heatmore was able to pull off the win for me. So I was feeling really good after that game, feeling like I might be getting my skills back. I used to play this a lot, but I'm really learning again what these new moves are, what the new Pokemon are, and the new abilities and all that stuff. I've been caught off guard by a lot of stuff, but I'm finally learning once again. But here is the last battle we have. Hopefully this one's exciting. We have the Bisharp going up against the Shuppet here. Really good matchup for the start. I'm able to Night Slash him, and I mean, it's a Shuppet. What can it really do, right? He taunts me. He hangs out with Focus Sash. I really don't care. The Shuppet's ability disables my Night Slash since I make contact with him. And he taunts me, but it's whatever. Entei comes out, which is really scary. But I send out Typhlosion to take the fire attack since it is Flash Fire. Absorbs that fire attack, and then, powers up my fire type moves. So Dratini comes out, and then I just use Eruption. I missed the Focus Blast. That would have been huge if I hit that. I would have been able to knock out this Dratini. But now we have a Dratini with a substitute. I just keep using Eruption, but he hits me with an Outrage, and he has leftovers. But with Flash Fire, I should just be able to knock him out. And I do. I hit him with the Fire Blast. Eruption's not going to be as powerful anymore, so I went for the Fire Blast to make sure. And now Entei comes out. Hit him with a Focus Blast, but oh, Entei's packing Stone Edge. Didn't see that coming. So down goes Typhlosion. And I really don't know what I can do at this point. I have Poochyena. This is my only answer to Entei. Everything else gets destroyed. So I hit him with a Toxic. And I'm just kind of hoping that Poochyena can wear him down enough. I get a Sucker Punch. Hit him with a priority move here. He hits me with a Flame Charge, which actually doesn't knock me out. So I'm going to get another Sucker Punch, some more Toxic damage, and I think Poochyena is actually going to take down Entei somehow. I did not expect that, but Poochyena definitely the MVP of this game for taking down that big old Entei. And now I think I'm home free, but who knows? I'm sending out Jump Up here, go for a Sleep Powder, and I miss. And then he hits me with a Toxic. And this is kind of a silly exchange here. I just keep using Sleep Powder, and I keep missing. So, there must be something I'm not aware of. Either I can't use Sleep Powder on Wormadam, or I just got really unlucky. If someone could tell me in the comments if you can actually hit Wormadam with status effects, that would be great. Because I was actually very confused at how many times I missed. I mean, obviously he's using Protect on these turns, but I did miss Sleep Powder quite a few times, and then we have another Protect, and my Jump Bluff just kind of goes down. I don't know if this is the smartest move. I allowed him to get up the Stealth Rocks. I basically just lost my Jump Bluff for no reason, and I sent out Bisharp because I figure, I should be able to take him out. We use a Swords Dance. I predict that he'll switch out. Hit him with an Iron Head. And then, oh no, Slack Off gets me with a Hammer Arm, knocking out the Bisharp. You know, he is times 4 weak to fighting. I thought I'd be able to finish him off with the Iron Head, or at least make him flinch. It didn't end up working out that way. So, it's a double knockout. We both go down because of Slack Off's Life Orb. I sent out Mischievous, use a substitute because I figured he's going to use Toxic. I miss with the Will-O-Wisp, and this is where I get kind of frustrated. I mean, I Will-O-Wisp, and I miss again. This is where I'm like, can I just not hit this thing with status effects? I don't understand. Like, Sleep Powder, maybe I can understand, but Will-O-Wisp, I missed, what, 2-3 times now? I probably could have just used Thunderbolt over and over and knocked him out by this point, but it was, it's the principle of it. I didn't understand. Why can't I hit this thing with Will-O-Wisp? And I still don't understand. I just figure I got really unlucky here. But he hits me with Iron Head, and Mischievous goes down, and at this point, I'm like, I probably blew the game there. But at least we got Rufflet left. Now, you're probably thinking, what's Rufflet going to do? I'm going to go ahead with a substitute. I assume he's going to Toxic first, and he does. And Rufflet is about to Hulk up, man. We got Bulk Up, and we're about to run wild, brother. Basically, I'm just going to sit behind substitutes and bulk up, bulk up, bulk up. Keep getting that attack and that defense up. Eventually, it should get to the point where Wormadam can't even really break my substitutes because my defense keeps going up so high, and then I'll keep putting out substitutes so I don't get hit by Toxic. And really, that's the only move he has. So he just got to sit here, and I'm going to keep healing with leftovers over and over and over. And Rufflet is going to max out here. You can see it's already 2.5 attack, 2.5 defense. And we're going to keep going. He broke my substitute again. I'm going to put on another one. It only takes out a quarter of your health. And, every 2 turns he's been breaking my substitute. But I have enough health to keep going here. So bulk up again. And this has got to be getting scary for my opponent. I'm maxing out with a Rufflet. It doesn't look too intimidating, but who knows? Can Rufflet go the distance here? He's gonna Iron Head again. And I'm going to bulk up again. We're at 3.5. We can use it one more time. And then we'll have to stop. You can see 2 Iron Heads there. Didn't even break my substitute now. We're getting that strong. And is Rufflet gonna pull off the end game sweep here? He breaks the substitute. I'm obviously gonna put up another one. And here we go. It all depends on what his last Pokemon is. I didn't know what it was at the time. But Rufflet is gonna go ahead with use return here. But he misses because of that hustle ability. That does power up your attacks, but it makes them less accurate. So I'm thinking, oh no, we could lose if I keep missing with return. But look at that, it's not very effective. But Rufflet still knocks out Wormadam in one hit, one return, and the last Pokemon is a Pidgeot. So I'm thinking, alright, we got this. Rufflet is gonna do it. Return. Oh no, I missed again. Rufflet, don't let me down, buddy. And Pidgeot uses Brave Bird, the substitute goes away. But here we go, return. One hit knockout, and Rufflet is the MVP of this game, that's for sure. The little guy, we don't see him very often. And this is why random battling is a lot of fun to me. It can be kind of ridiculous when a little Pokemon like Rufflet just comes out of nowhere and wins you the game. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I'll try to do this a little more often. Maybe I'll try to do some actual constructed teams sometimes. But again, this is just something I'm doing in the downtime. So, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Any improvements I can make, I would love to do that. But until then, I am Pooka here from the Top Cut. Hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you next time.